By April 1945, the German city of Königsberg was effectively collapsing in on itself. Allied bombs and Soviet artillery had reduced centuries of architecture into smoking, skeletal ruins. Somewhere inside this inferno, a massive 50-square-meter room built entirely of amber and gold leaf simply vanishes. No trace of the panels remained. No rubble, no melted gold leaf, nothing. This was more than a museum piece. Travelers and historians refer to it as the eighth wonder of the world. In modern terms, we are looking at an architectural masterpiece worth over $500 million. A 6-ton physical object does not evaporate. This is the audit of the greatest unsolved cultural heist of the 20th century. The room began as a diplomatic gesture in 1716. The King of Prussia sent the carved panels to Tsar Peter the Great to cement an alliance, shipping them to St. Petersburg, where they were installed in the Russian imperial summer residence. The construction required over 100,000 individual pieces of amber. These panels, accented with Florentine stone mosaics, weighed a total of 6 tons, a massive material that made the room both a structural marvel and incredibly difficult to move. In 1941, Nazi forces reached the Catherine Palace. For the German High Command, the room was a trophy of heritage, an example of Prussian craftsmanship they felt belonged to the Reich. The Russian curators tried to hide the walls behind wallpaper and cotton, but the invaders saw through the disguise. In just 36 hours, they dismantled the brittle panels and shipped them back to Königsberg Castle. By treating a climate-sensitive, centuries-old treasure as portable spoils of war, the thieves guaranteed its vulnerability. It was now sitting in a city that was about to become a primary target for Allied destruction. After the war, the room's absence triggered a massive recovery effort. The Soviet KGB and East German Stasi spent decades running parallel, secretive investigations to find where those 27 crates had been taken. Much of that effort focused on German and Polish underground mines. Authorities spent millions excavating deep subterranean shafts, chasing rumors that the Nazis had stashed the crates alongside other looted gold. Another theory suggested the treasure never reached land. Some believed the crates were loaded onto the Wilhelm Gustloff, a transport ship that was sunk by a Soviet submarine in the Baltic Sea in 1945. Material forensics suggests otherwise. Amber is highly buoyant and physically soft. If it had been trapped in a deep-sea shipwreck for decades, the pressure and salt water would have reduced the panels to unrecognizable debris. In 1997, the search took a concrete turn when German law enforcement recovered an original Florentine mosaic from the room, titled Touch and Smell. The mosaic was in pristine condition, showing it had been kept in a stable, indoor environment. It was traced back to a German soldier who had helped dismantle the room, proving that the treasure had been fractured, with individual components being looted by soldiers before the main room was lost. While individual pieces survived, the most probable fate for the bulk of the room was uncovered by researchers analyzing the final days of the siege of Königsberg. Red Army soldiers likely set fire to Königsberg Castle during the 1945 occupation, unaware of what was in the crates. When the head Soviet curator, Anatoly Kuchumov, realized the room was gone, he was terrified of being executed for his failure to protect it. To save himself, he reported that the room had survived the fire and had been spirited away by the Germans. The Soviet state accepted this report as official history, fueling a 70-year search for a treasure that had likely already burned to ash. The hunt was sustained not by evidence, but by a lie told by one man to escape a firing squad. Despite the records suggesting the room was destroyed in the 1945 fires, the mystery refuses to stay buried. Every few years, new reports emerge from amateur sleuths drilling into mountainsides, chasing radar anomalies and old boot prints in the hopes of finding the one crate that might have survived. In 2003, Russia unveiled a modern replica of the room in St. Petersburg. It is a stunning recreation, but it serves as a reminder that the original exists only in photographs. We are drawn to the Amber Room because we want to believe that something so valuable can't truly be gone. While the panels were likely reduced to smoke in 1945, the mystery remains. proving that the stories we tell about lost treasure are often more durable than the gold itself.